呪術廻戦
Okay, let's read chapter 63 of Jujutsu Kaisen. This is Kyohan. Kyohan, which means complicity. Literally means like together in crime or that sort of a thing, like accomplices in crime. So we're at the end of the previous series of fights that went on for like 8 chapters or whatever. And we're wrapping up, I guess, this whole bit. Now, the next couple of pages are this sort of dialogue between Kugisaki and Itadori. And I believe it's still meant to be read this way. So we'll read it that way. But there's a very intentional mirroring going on just so that you can kind of see what this looks like in the bigger picture. Kugisaki, daijoubu ka? So that's Itadori asking this. So Kugisaki, are you okay? Ma ne. Ato wa nokoru sa kamo ne. Ato wa nokoru kamo ne. As for a scar or a remains, it'll probably remain. I'll probably have a scar. Ossan daijoubu kashira? Kuruma ichatta shi. Okay, that old man, I wonder if he's okay or if they're okay. The car went, it left. So there was a car with 2 people that briefly showed up and got involved. That's what she's talking about. Like, I wonder if they're okay. The car left. It got out of here. Doko no hou wa maun. As for the direction of the poison, or as for the poison, well, yeah. Ima kara kaete Shoko-san okiteru kana? From now on, returning Shoko? Shoko, was that Nikki? Will it be awakening, or will be awake, I wonder? Or is that the doctor? Ima kara kaete? Yeah, I guess like from here on, going back, Shoko-san will be awake, I wonder? Sonde, is that Shirafu? Shirafu kana. And Shirafu. Oh, sober, I wonder? It must be late in the evening. ... Nan moji shite no yo? What is doing moji? So this is Kugisaki asking this about Itadori. Kimoi wa yo. Kimoi is like weird. So what are you being hesitant about? What are you squirming about, fidgeting about? It's kimoi, which is gross. It's weird. So apparently Itadori is acting weird. Hajimete nan ja ne ka to omotte haratta n ja nakute koroshita no. Okay. Hajimete nan ja ne ka to omotte. So I'm thinking, is this not the first time? Not purifying, but killing. So he's sort of asking this for her. Like, I'm thinking or wondering, is this not the first time that you've killed instead of purified? Anta wa? What about you? As for you? Ore wa mae ni ichido. As for me, before, one time. Iya, are o ichido te iu no wa zuru ka? Sanin da. So, well, no. Saying that thing was one time, as for saying that was one time, is zuru. Is it being dishonest, perhaps? It was 3 people. 私より more than me あんたの方大丈夫じゃないでしょ It's your direction being okay, isn't it that, right? So more than me, basically like I should be asking you, are you okay? In other words, if you've killed that many people. Okay, here's the second page of this dialogue between them. 私はぶっちゃけなんともない。As for me, basically like I don't care. Yeah, speaking frankly, なんともない. It's whatever. 術師やってりゃこういうこともあんでしょ。As a sorcerer, this sort of a thing also, it exists, right? Like this sort of thing happens if you're a sorcerer. 伏黒じゃないけどさ It's not 伏黒 but 結局助けられる人間なんて限りがあんのよ In the end, being able to help people or whatever, that's the limit that exists. Or a limit exists to like the people that you're able to help in the end. So she's saying like this isn't exactly how Fushiguro would say it, but meh. 私の人生の席っていうか Okay, my like seat of living, if we're talking about that, そこに座ってない人間に私の心をどこされたくないのよね。My life seat, talking about that, in that place, by people who haven't been sitting in my seat, in essence. My heart, どこusare. What is this? どこusare. Oh, どこsare. Doko saretakunai. Don't want to have traveling together of my heart. Don't want to have, what can doko here mean? Don't want to have attitude. Saretakunai. To be done. Yeah, I guess don't want to have a traveling companion of my heart by people who haven't seen. Okay, yeah, that for people that haven't sat where I have sat. Okay. Sumetai. Like, is that cold? Is that cool? Meaning like a cold thing to say. Ma, あんたみたいに自分で椅子持ってきて座ってるやつもいるけどね。Well, like you, by themselves, chair having and sitting guys also exist. So there are also existing guys, I guess, like you, who sit and have their own chair and do things like on their own. Okay. フォローするわけじゃないけど And there's no reason to be doing following. Doing following reason does not exist. 呪霊か呪詛師か気にしてる余裕なかったじゃん A cursed spirit or a cursed hex user or a hex user 気にしてる余裕 like a margin for caring or noticing doesn't exist. Like we don't have the free room. We don't have the margin to be caring about whether it's a cursed spirit or a cursed curse user. So in other words, like a curse or a person that's using curses. ningen datoshite. And she says ningen to mean humans, but the characters here are that jusoshi, a curse user. So as for being a human, あのレベルの長期間拘束する術はない。That level of a long period 拘束 restraint. And sube here is like skill or ability. Yeah, method. So as for a method to restrain for a long period of time, that level, meaning that level of those cursed spirit users, it doesn't exist. So we wouldn't have been able to hold them back for very long. Wakatten desho. You're understanding that, right? Demo, but あいつ泣いたんだよ. That guy was crying. He cried, you know? 目の前で弟が死んで. Before the eyes, younger brother dying. With his younger brother dying before his eyes, he cried. Soka, I see. 俺は自分が as for me, myself, 釘先が助かって生きてて嬉しい. So as for me, myself, that kugisaki helping and being alive, I'm happy. ほっとしてる. I am doing like, phew, I'm relieved. それでも俺が殺した命の中に however, me, among the lives that I've killed, 涙はあったんだなって、それだ。As for tears, they existed. あったんだなって。あったんだなって。あったん。I don't know, maybe like it became the existence of tears of among the lives that I've killed. It's just that. そっか, I see. じゃあ, well then. There it is. 共犯ね、私たち. We're complicit. We're partners in crime. We. Wow. Okay. And we get a final view of these two, I guess. There's the bridge, nighttime. There's Fushiguro. Fushiguro? Gokuri. Like gulp. Ah, Modotta ka? Oh, came back. Muku? Yokatta, Mujide. I'm glad, like being well, that you're okay. Beat. So I guess they thought he was dead. So this is like biku or bikurishima, like, yeah, I'm shocked. Or pipita, which is just, we were nervous. We were frightened. Yokatta. Thank goodness. Seiryou otoshite kure. Seiryou. Oh, voice level lower. Do the favor of lowering your voice level. Atama itai. My head hurts. I've got a headache. Shinde no ka to omotta. Being dead thought. We thought you were dead. Sukuna no yubi motte nekokeru na yo. Okay. Holding or having a finger of Sukuna. Sleeping? Nekokeru? Nekokeru. Nekokeru na. I guess that's to sleep and collapse. Like you slept and collapsed holding a finger of Sukuna? Abune kamo. Abune na. That's dangerous, isn't it? Anande yubi no koto shitten da yo. Why thing about the finger familiar with? Like, how do you know about the finger? Sore kiku yoyu aru? That thing, hearing surplus exists? I guess like you have the free time, the surplus to hear that? Or to ask that? Kiku yoyu. Yeah, we'll have to go with that. Nay, well. とりあえず、新田さんに連絡して、for the time being, communicate with Nika-san, Nita-san. 応急で封印してもらわねえと。And 応急で, like urgently? Yeah. With emergency, sealing will receive. This is like, if we don't do that, blah, blah, blah. So this is like a implied double negative. Like, we must seal this thing basically quickly. He's talking about the finger. Jude ga yoru. I guess like cursed spirits will visit. Oh, if they don't seal the finger. Okay. Yeah, they'll be attracted by the finger. Ore tabeo ka? Me, like, shall I eat? Oh, he means the finger. Zanban jannen da yo. It's not leftovers? Zanban? I think that's zanban. Zampan. Yeah, it's not food scraps. It's not leftovers. That's literally remaining rice. Omae no yubi no kyaba? Kyaba. Omae no yubi no kyaba wa hakkiri wakatte nen da kuna? Okay, so your finger kappa. And okay, as for your finger cap, meaning like a cap on the number of fingers, clearly not understanding, don't eat it. The kanji here is like permission amount. Yurusu. Yeah, permission amount. So like, yeah, as for the permission amount for the fingers, we don't clearly understand that, so don't eat it. Demo, 一番元気そうなお前に渡す? However, the most healthy or energetic seeming to you will pass. So he's saying, you seem the most healthy, like the most well, the number one seeming healthy. So I'll pass it to you. Nen o osu ga ku na yo. Nen o osu. Okay. That's an expression. It literally means like desire, pushing desire. But to make sure of, to call attention to not eating. Okay, so like, but I will emphasize, don't eat this. Ne no osu ga ku na yo. And then we get a little bit of a inunami no rikai ryoku da to omowareteru na. Inunami, like some sort of dog. Inunami. Inunami no. I don't know why. Inunami. Oh, average. Let's just go with that. Like I'm being thought of as the understanding power of an average dog. This is Itadori thinking this. Like he keeps repeating this, telling me like, don't eat it. And then you've already seen what happens here. So Sukuna comes out and chomp. Yeah. Paku chomp. So he ate the finger. Gokun gulp. Kunatsu taro. Don't eat, said. We said don't eat it. Ore, huh? Me? Koitsu, majide. So this guy, this thing, seriously, konkai mo roku ni hatarakanei shi. Even this time, roku ni, well enough or sufficiently, didn't work, right? So like, he's saying like, this guy didn't even have to do anything this time. Just ate the finger. Okay. All right, what is this? Kimi no naka no sukuna ga chikara o torimorosu tame ni yubi no arika o oshiete kureru. Okay, so torimorosu tame ni yubi o arika. That's just location, right? Yeah, location, whereabouts. So Sukuna inside of you, in order to take back power, finger locations will do the favor of teaching or telling. This is kind of like a flashback. Moshikashite Gojo sensei te tekito? Perhaps talking about Gojo sensei, that was appropriate? Oh. Tekito. Perhaps talking about Gojo sensei, was that appropriate or proportional? Imasara. Imasara means like too late. Like already. Now after a long time. But he's just thinking that. Oh, they're both thinking that. So this is, again, like, well, what does Kentekito mean? Appropriate, non-committal? Vague, that's it. So that's the second meaning for this. Perhaps talking about Gojo Sensei, he is vague, not serious about like what he said. And so they're like, you're finally realizing this? Kura! Omaera! Kura. I think that's just like, rah, you guys. Ah, Nita-san. Oh, it's Ms. Nita. Buchigire teru wa ne. Oh, Buchigire. She is livid. She's flipping out. Remember a while back, she was trying to get a hold of them, couldn't, found that they weren't in their rooms or whatever, and then she zipped off to the bridge. Ja, well, kaeru ka? Shall we go back? Okay. Oh, futsuka go. 2 days later. Okay, this is Gojo. いやー、指の呪霊だけじゃなくて、じゃなくてさ、一体を調べてびっくり。Okay. So, well, just cursed finger, just the finger of cursed spirits, it wasn't. The corpse, researching the corpses, shock, なんと例の仏の純肉体だったの。Somehow, the aforementioned butsu, that's just like things, right? The aforementioned stolen goods. Oh, the aforementioned stolen goods, the cursed flesh it was. Or, no, the incarnation bodies. Incarnated bodies they were. So somehow they were the aforementioned stolen goods, incarnated bodies. So remember, those things had been stolen, the embryos or whatever they were. Blah, blah, blah. Watch the previous pods. Bocha. He's dropping a lot of sugar into his tea. Hokyu soto o kakuko gekiha. Special level soto, befitting, proportionate. Kakuko gekiha. That's like status. No, that's the wrong kaku. Kakuko. Kakuko. Each individual. Kokeki? Okay, I guess he's gekiha. This is like each individual crushing an appropriate or befitting special level. Kotoshi no 1年は豊作だね. As for this year's first year students, they are hosaku, like a bumper crop. Hosaku. Yeah, they are a bumper crop. 僕の指導者としての腕がいいのかな? My 指導者, like due to my 指導者, teaching? Yeah, due to my mentorship, the good skill, perhaps. Must be due to the good skill of my mentorship. Okay. Where are we in this chapter? Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still 8 pages to go. Yep. Okay, have we met this person yet? Ore no me... Oh, no. Ofu. Ofu no hi ni anta to nagabanashi shitaku nai no yo ne? Okay, so on a day off, with you, long talking, don't want to do. I don't want to talk a long time with you on my day off. Nomikai no kanji no ken desho. Nomikai, a drinking party. Yeah, a get together, a drinking party. No kanji. organizing event. Probably, certainly. Something about a drink, like organizing a get-together or drinking event. どう? 目星はついた? How about it, or how was it? As for the target, the bullseye, did it arrive? Did you arrive at the bullseye? 目星, objective aim mark. Okay? 全然, not at all. 私含めみんな忙しいの. Not at all. Including me, everyone is busy. どうする? How do? What should I do? 学生にも声かけてみる? What should I do? Also to the students? And for some reason that's like emphasized. Also even to the students. Should I try talking? 声かける? Yeah, should I try saying something even to the students? 僕、gecko だから. Me, because I am gecko. Someone who can't drink. Okay, me because I'm someone who can't drink. Non aru demo kamawanai yo. Even non-alcoholic, like I don't mind. 引き続き声がけよろしく. Oh, that's 声がけよろしく. Okay, so 引き続き, to continue to pull. Tsuki. So like keeping at it. And again, koe kakeru is to say something. Like please. Koe gake. Oh, gake. No, it's still the same thing. Okay. Yoroshiku. Anyway, like I leave it to you. Okay. Pura. He's flipping around his phone. Okay. Oh, that's Utahime? Utahime no mawari wa nani ga kiiteru ka wakaranai kara na. So as for the vicinity of Utahime, this is the kind of his equivalent position at the Kyoto school, I think. What listening, or like who is listening, I guess, around Utahime, I don't know. So because of that, remember they're suspicious that someone is a spy. Mendokusei, how annoying. Naitsusha ga, that's what that is. Naitsusha ga gakusei tte no wa kangaetaku nai ne. It's not impossible to think that it's the inside person is a student. I'm going to come back to that. Nai Susha. Yeah, the betrayer. The betrayer, as for being a student, I guess like I don't want to think that. I don't want to think that the betrayer is a student. Sate, well, ato wa tanomu yo. As for the rest, like I'm counting on you. Mei-san. I'm counting on you for the rest, Mei. Okay. Is this Mei-san? I forget who that is. Too many people. Okay. This says like Sato Kaikeiji Jimusho. That's some sort of office. Saito, anyway. Nogi-san kyo. These are payments and things. Gojo Satoru. Okay, so she got some sort of payment from Gojo. It looks like, yeah, this is like her bank checkbook. Ah, ha, ha, ha. She's laughing. Itarori ni kyoshi no watashi wa suru na. Oh, we're switching scenes. So this was just a brief scene. Now we're by Itarori. As for the story of resonating, don't do. So don't tell him about it. Suru na. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Okay, it's them talking. So again, as for the story of like the resonance of the fingers or of the resonance, don't do that to Itarori. Don't tell him. それって確定なの? Talking about that, is it kakute? Is that like, is that a decision? Is that final? Oh, hobo na, generally? Yeah, roughly, approximately. Owatta anken da. It's a finished anken. A finished matter in question. 気づく可能性があるとすれば、私たちが、俺たちが、新田さんくらいだと思う。It's a finished matter of whatever. Noticing possibility existing if due us and the extent of Nita-san, I think. Okay. So I guess like if there's people that would notice, that have the ability or the potential possibility to notice, it's us and Nita-san. Itarori, da. 魚の受肉はきっかけに過ぎない. As for the, again, Juniku is to incarnate, right? Yeah. So Itarori, as for the incarnation of Sukuna, Kikake. Kikake ni sugi nai. It's not too much of an impetus. Okay, let's see what the rest of this is. Oh yeah, this is the bridge. Yaso Hachibashi no Jusatsu wa itsu hajimatte mo okashinaku natta. Okay. Let's see here. As for the cursed killings of at the bridge, when, even if they began, okashiku nakatta, it was not weird. It was not strange. Not suspicious. Okay, where are we going with this? そもそも指を飲み込んだのは俺を助けるためだ。Originally, as for consuming the fingers, it was for the purposes of saving or helping me. でも、あいつはそれで納得しねえだろ. However, as for that guy, with that thing, not toku will not be. He will not do not toku. He will not agree or understand that. Okay. So what is trying to put all this together? Itadori, as for the incarnation of Sukuna, the English here went with, it was just a trigger. It was not exceeding an impetus, something, an excuse, a motive. As for the deaths, the cursed killings at the bridge, even if they happened sometime, that wouldn't have been strange.
Hello there.
Okay, I guess like the deaths of the bridge had nothing to do with this. That might have happened at any time. I guess that's where that's going. But originally, the fingers, as for the eating them, consuming them, it was in order to save me, help me. However, as for that guy, with that, he's not going to agree with that. He won't understand that. Okay. Dakara yuna. And so that's why don't say. Don't tell him. Iwane yo. I will not say. Ready no kizukai men na men na. Ready? Kizukai. Ready no kizukai. Ready no kizukai. Namen na. I guess namen there is like don't treat me, don't underestimate me, don't underestimate me. Considerations of a lady? I don't know. This is weird. The English did go with I'm a lady after all. Okay. All right. This looks like Sukuna talking. Omae no sei da. It's your fault. Omae ga ore o torikonda. You're the one that like absorbed me. You're the one that absorbed me. Mezametan da yo. And then like woke up. Kiriwaketa ore no tamashi tachi ga kiriwaketa. Be cut and split me spirits. The spirits of me that were split up. Kiriwaketa. Yeah, cut up and discarded. Oh, they've woken up. The spirits of me, souls of me that were split up and discarded. Oze no kehi hihi. A large amount of, and then he just starts laughing. Ningen o tasukeru ka? Like saving a bunch of humans? Oh, okay. He's laughing, I guess, that idea of him. Like, you're going to save a bunch of people, right? Kozo, boy, omae ga iru kara. It's because you exist. It's because you exist, boy. Hito ga shinun da yo. That people will die. Oi, hey, sore, that. Fushiguro ni iu na yo. That, don't say it to Fushiguro. Hmm? 自分が助けた人間が将来人を殺したらどうする? So this was a conversation they had previously, which was oneself saved humans in the future, or if you kill a person in the future that was a person that you saved, what are you going to do? Or a person that you saved in the future, if they kill someone, what are you going to do? Iu nayo. Don't say it. All right. Almost here at the end of the chapter. Oh, all right. We're at the Kyoto school, apparently. Tokku wa jutsushi no kakuzuke no naka de naname ni hazureta ichi tsuke ja. All right. As for special levels, a sorcerer's kakuzuke. Kakuzuke. Among the classification of sorcerers, naname ni obliquely hazureta ichi tsuke ja. It's a obliquely hazureta. Obliquely disconnected circumstance or position. That's what it is. Okay. As for special levels, among the classification of sorcerers, it's like, I guess, a disconnected standpoint or position. Okay. Yeah. A disconnected placement. Ikkyu koso hoka no jutsushi hiite wa Jujutsu Kai o kenin shite iku sonzai da to washi wa kangaete oru. First levels themselves, or like first levels in particular, of sorcerers, I guess. Other sorcerers, hiite. What is this version of hiku? Not only. It's not hiku. Okay, so I guess as for not only other sorcerers, the sorcerer world, kenin, hauling, towing, dragging, existence. As for me, like, that's what I'm thinking. So first years in particular, like emphasizing that, in addition to other sorcerers, going and dragging or towing along the sorcerer world, that existence being the case, as for me, that's what I'm thinking. Okay? Kiken, kimitsu, hokyu, jun'i, kyu ikato wa kurabemono ni naran. All right. Danger. Kimitsu, like secrecy. Yeah, secrecy. Hokyu. Salary, pay. The semi-level 1 and lower, as for that, even comparing kurabe mono ni naran, there's no comparison. Comparison does not exist, or does not become. The English went with the dangers involved, the level of confidentiality, and the compensation. It doesn't compare to semi-grade 1 and below. Okay. And the English went with, I believe that first grade sorcerers are those who uphold the standards and are fit to lead our society. Okay, that's all reasonable. それを踏まえて that thing 踏まえて so based on that, ima nanto, now somehow, zen in maki, Honda, Fushiguro Megumi, Kugisaki Nobara, そして my brother Itaro Ryuji, my super best friend. Okay, they're listing off all the Tokyo people names, right? Maki, Honda, etc. Ijo Gomeo, I guess, and in addition, 5 names. Todo Aoi Meme no Na no Moto ni. Under the names of Meme and Todo Aoi, which is these 2 people, under their names, we get, this is the 5 people, Panda, Maki, Kugisaki, Fushiguro, presumably that's Itadori. Ikkyu Jutsushi ni suisen suru. Suisen is to promote. Recommendation. Yeah. To do recommendation to first level sorcerer or first level technique user. Okay. Interesting. That was this Mei-sanwa. Mei-sanwa, whatever. There you go. That's the end of the chapter. All right. Souyokoto. That will be the next chapter, 64. We will read that next time.